Hello, everyone. So just to make it simpler, this is our original concept that we have looked at before. And it's basically follows a hotline concept, but it's a hotline with a stochastic. Okay, so I have the 5 and 12 moving averages for this time frame, and this is the 5 and 12 for the higher time frame. In this case, it's the H4. So let me put that up there. Put it down here. H4. So the thought is that we're going to follow the H4 crossover and match that on whatever time frame that we're looking at. In this case, the 30. All right. So this is the pound dollar, and the H4 crosses over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the 4-hour slicer on this, so we know when the 4 hours starts, and the 4-hour cycles basically. So put this on the 15:30. I think that's where we have it. Okay, so this is the 4-hour start, the 4-hour end. So here's the 4-hour started and then confirmed, right? So now this is, we have to go to the new day. We are over here, 4-hour starts, 4-hour ends, and we have a trade. You can see the 30-minute is getting ready to cross. So let's say over here, it has crossed. Stochastic is in position, and there's your trade. And that was 64 pips. You come in the next day, you're over here. The 4-hour is still crossed. Your stochastic crosses over here, which coincides with this, and there's your trade. 34 pips. And you can see in both these cases, there was a setup 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Now you come over to today or yesterday, and you do not have a 1, 2, 3 setup. In fact, you have a 1, 2, 3 setup to go long, and the 4-hour is long, and the crossover happens over here, and there's your trade for the news for 20 pips. After the news, here's the 4-hour cross, here's your stochastic lineup, and that's a 1, 2, 3, and this is in the Asian session this morning, and there was a trade, 38 pips. Now when we got to our area, the stochastic cross happens over here. The setup is 1, 2, 3, and the trade is here's a trade for 20 pips. So if you carry this forward and then marry it with the setups that we're looking for, this wasn't set up before the European session, so we just scan our pairs and look at the gold. Gold was a long setup, but you had to wait for it. USD yen, again, there was no setup to go short. This was a long anyway, so it wasn't going to be a trade in the European session. Pound yen was a long, again, no setup. When the setup is here, 1, 2, 3, but it's against the 4-hour. So no trade there. Swiss yen, again, yen pair was being manipulated 4 hours along. So we had a long setup, but no short setup for the European. Pound and ZD, there's a 1, 2, 3, and then a 1, 2, 3. You had to wait for it to go long. So no trade. Pound Aussie was a one, again, you had to wait for it, no trade. Euro yen. Euro yen was a trade short. 4 hour was good. 1, 2, 3. Here's so you had to go to a lower time frame. So if you got in over here, you got 100 and some pips. Euro NZD. Euro NZD. There was no setup because this is long. There's no long setup. Pound CAD. Pound CAD is a short, but there was no setup. Euro Aussie. Looking for a long setup, and that would have happened here, but not for the European session. CAD yen. Again, looking for a long setup, there's nothing here. USD CAD. Looking to go short. We have to wait, so no trade. Sorry, USD CAD is here. That's a no setup. Euro CAD. Euro CAD was set up to go short, and that's the trade I had in my other video for 90 pips. And you can see the 4 hours already set to go short. Aussie yen. 1, 2, 3, you had to wait for it, so it wasn't a trade. Euro dollar was already set up to go short. So you could have taken this here. 66 pips. I don't know, euro must have gotten really weak. That dumped like that. Pound Swissy was a 1, 2, 3 for a short, but there was a 1, 2, 3 to go long, and this is the trade I showed in my previous video. So there was an entry here and an exit here for 30 some pips. And New Zealand yen, 1, 2, 3 again. This was after, so this is all kind of London open trades to go short. USD Swiss. Come on. There we go. 1, 2, 3 already set up to go long. So you could have taken this long, but the stochastic was not giving you a retrace. So no straight there. Aussie dollar was a 1, 2, 3, and then a 1, 2, 3, and you had to wait for it, so no trade. New Zealand dollar, same thing. So the only proper trade today was the Euro CAD. And you can use this simple setup as a filter and not make it too complicated. So basically all you're looking for is where the 4 hour crossover is, and then match the current time frame crossover to that. So keeping that in mind, if you look at the 5 minute, this is the H1 crossover. Let's put it in there. And you can see the H1 has crossed over to the downside, and all we're doing is matching that with a stochastic trigger. And we could have stayed in it for 23 pips. This is a New Zealand dollar. But if you look at the Euro CAD, you're looking for a short. Let's say you took it on this one, waited for the cycle. So you didn't want to take it in the middle of the hour. And there was your trade. 80 some pips. Pound Swiss. Here's the long, here's the hour. And that was 26 pips. In the US session, you got to go short. So here's the hour. Here's the trigger for 40 pips. Makes sense? And another way to look at this, and I don't know why I didn't add that. I will put it in here. It's not, it won't be the right place, but where is it? Outlines cross. There it is. So I put it on the current time frame. 5:12. Okay. And make that a 10. So if you just look at it straight out down here, right? And you look at the pound Swiss on the 5-minute, and you see that the 1 hour is crossing over the 5. The current time frame is already ready. So you take the stochastic trigger right away, and there's a trade, 40 pips. So let's put this down here. Put this as CTF, which is the current time frame. Okay, so if we are looking at the 30-minute, and they're looking at the 30 and the H4 is already going down. It's going up actually. So 30-minute trade is here for 33 pips. If you look at the Euro CAD, which was the trade of the day, where's my Euro CAD? There it is. Then the H4 was ready, current time frame got ready, and there's a trade. Let's keep it simple. The trick of this is that when the 5 crosses the 12, the white and the green line have crossed the 50. That's the indication. The only thing you have to make sure is that the magenta line is in line with the 4 hour. So that means if this is starting to go short, this needs to be below 50. If this is starting to go long, it needs to be above 50. And then you can match blue to blue and red to red. Right now you're getting a trade to go short, but your stochastic is not ready. So you gotta wait for that. Hope that helps and clarifies a few things. Have a good weekend. See you next week. Bye.